If you're as into comic books and nerd stuff as I am, smash that like and subscribe button, and let's get on with the show. What's going on, guys? It's Hyperion. Thanks for joining me on my channel. And I just want to say sorry for making this one so much later than the other ones. I was actually pretty busy reading like some comics I picked up a few days ago. Valkyrie, Jane Foster, In Love with Jane Foster and Valkyrie, so why not? Sea of Stars by Jason Aaron. I don't know what it's about, but there's a guy in like, I don't know if that's a spacesuit or like an underwater suit. Great. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, there's like a giant monster behind him, so definitely gonna check that one out. Black Order. I am kind of obsessed with the Black Order. I just think that it's cool that there's a group of super powerful guys that like just want to follow Thanos because he promised to kill them if they served him. I wonder how that conversation went. Like, man, I really want to die. And Thanos is like, well, I mean, like, I got you if you help me out. And they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We're totally in. Yeah, I bet that's how it went. But yeah, so I've been reading these. But on this video, we're going to do a read and review of Seven to Eternity, Volume 3. It's called Rise to Fall. I feel like I'm having like a philosophical debate inside my head right now. Anyway, yeah, I've also picked up House of X, which the cover looks dope. I'm so excited. Jonathan Hickman's back. He's doing a major thing. House of X is supposed to revamp the entire mutant landscape, which is a big freaking deal. Jonathan Hickman's also the author, which is also a big freaking deal. He's written things like, hey, there it is. Bow! Bow! Secret Wars, Infinity. He's done a whole bunch of stuff. And if you're well versed with Jonathan Hickman, you know that he doesn't do like small scale stuff like neighborhood stuff like Get That Cat Out of a Tree. But like in Secret Wars, literally the multiverse ends. Like, it's wild. So I'm excited to read that. But I'm going to knock out Seven to Eternity, Volume 3. This is going to be the last volume for like a year. Volume 4 comes out in 2020. But yeah, I'm excited, so let's get into it. I am so upset that Volume 4 doesn't come out for like a year. This is such a drag. There was so much stuff in here. Okay, so let's do a recap. At the end of Volume 2, like, the group got like split up. So it's Adam, the main guy, Garrels, who's like the main antagonist, and then that's one group. And then there's, oh dude, there's so many people in this group. There's Spearbox, who's like a ninja guy in like metal stuff. There's Goblin, who could make illusions. There's Jovelia. There is Katie, Adam's daughter. Is there anyone else? Nope, I think that's it. Anyway, so this one starts off, and Adam and Garrels are on like a quest to go find the witch Torga, who could disconnect Garrels from all the like from all the contracts he's made with other people, so that like they just don't have to be in contracts anymore, and he won't rule the world because there's like a giant war going on. But they get attacked by this giant girl with pink hair. She has 4 arms. She smokes cigarettes. She has like a fake halo, and her weapon of choice is a big ass lollipop. It's not actually a lollipop, it's just a giant freaking mace. Okay, so like that's her right there with the pink hair, and the circle behind her is her weapon, and her partner is this green guy. His weapon is a spear that shoots out like some pink stuff, but it turns solid as it hits you. So like he could freeze stuff and whatever. But yeah, so they fall out of nowhere. Like a little fight ensues, and then they straight up just take Geralt. They kidnap him. And so the reason why they take them is because they're the right-hand men for this dude named Volmer, who turns out to be Geralt's third son, or third child so far that we've met. This dude, he's just crazy. So far we have the, what's his name? The flute guy. He like goes around and plays a flute. He was in the first volume. And like if he plays a flute and you listen to it, then you're like under his control. His second child that we've met was Penelope, the girl with the bell that if she rang it, she would like alter reality. She's dead. R.I.P. Anyway, and then this guy who absolutely resents Geralt, and he wants to see him dead. And we come to find out the reason why he hates his father is, well, because his father's kind of a dick, but as in the beginning of the War of Whispers, when like Geralt was just taking over people's towns and like controlling their minds and making contracts all over the place, Volmer and his wife wanted nothing to do with that. And Volmer was like the head of this town called Skad, and they wanted nothing to do with that. They didn't want to be in the war, they didn't want to hear about it, they want no repercussions from it, nothing. So his wife makes a contract with Geralt and saying like, look, all we want is isolation. We don't want to be anywhere by you. So Geralt, being the dick he is, he's like, alright, sick, you want isolation? Boom! Here it is! Your town, anybody who's from your town cannot touch the earth anymore. So like, they straight up have to make their town fly up, and like, oh god, this is crazy. Who thinks of this? But that's their town right there, held up by a whole bunch of balloons. Because, you know, safety second. But yeah, so that's their town. And it's like, it's kind of a curse because if they touch the earth, they immediately just burst into flames. So that's crazy. So basically, Volmer is the mayor of a town where nobody could touch the earth. And so like, when Huck and Jug take away Geralt, like their mode of transportation are straight up balloons on their back. So they're like, alright, yeah, let's go. And that's it. They just float off into Skad, which is the name of the town. But yeah, so Adam, he chases after them. He reaches up there. And when he gets to Geralt in Skad, he's kind of being tortured by Volmer. Like, Volmer straight up, like, he has his sword, he puts it in fire and just stabs Geralt in the shoulder. And at this point, Geralt is kind of getting his ass beat. Like, he can't really do anything because he's chained up, he can't make any more whispers. So Volmer stabs him. And, like, there's some cool dialogue, but that's for you guys to check out because I'm not trying to rehearse the whole freaking comics dialogues and stuff. But then Volmer straight up like takes out these pincers and rips out Geralt's last eye. And the reason being because at this time Adam is in the same room. He's not being tortured, he's just like being prisoner in the same room as Geralt. And so Volmer takes out Geralt's eye and says like, yeah, well, like, I want to hurt you as bad as possible, but because you could see through the eyes of anybody you've made a contract with, I'm gonna let Adam look at you so he could see what I'm doing. So just by virtue of seeing through Adam's eyes, you could see what I'm doing to you. And yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. Imagine that. You're getting tortured, someone takes out your eye, but you still have to see what's happening to you. That's wild. But the reason why he's doing that is so that Volmer could make a contract with his father Geralt in order to undo the contract his wife made with Geralt. Because all they want right now, everybody in Skad, all they want right now is to be able to go back down to Earth. Because floating in the sky, you don't really have many resources. They have to resort to like raiding other towns and like floating down in their balloons and like stealing their water, stealing their food and stuff. So yeah, he wants to undo the contract his wife made, and that's basically what this is about. There's some dope dialogue. The art's fantastic. I am genuinely upset that I have to wait months It's crazy. But at the end, Adam kind of breaks out, because Geralt's first son, the flute guy, he played a flute in some town, so everybody in that town is like listening and being controlled by the flute dude. I don't know his name. I feel like flute dude isn't a good name for a guy to have. I'll just call him William the flute guy. Anyway, and it just so happens to be that the town that he went to and is playing the flute for, they can fly. Like, they're just like weird pterodactyl guys. So they fly up and straight up start like kamikazeing all of Scott. So Scott's under attack, Adam broke out, Geralt was being tortured, everybody's in like panic mode, and then it goes to a scene where Adam, he was fighting the girl with the giant lollipop as a weapon and was kind of getting his ass rocked, but then he comes across the well. Yeah, it's just it was like a direct contact or like a direct link to the well, which is like the force of this comic book. So he goes into it and he gets the power, and when he comes out of the well, he literally just takes his gun and shoots in the air, and like that shot turns into a whole bunch of bullets that shoot the balloons, and then Scott comes falling to the ground. I'm talking about a town literally falling out of the sky. And it's cool because as like there's rubble and disintegrated town on the floor, Volmer is still alive, as the other party, like Katie, Spirit Box, Goblin, Jovelia, they come walking by like, holy shit, what's happening? Why is the town falling out of the sky? They see Volmer, and then Volmer's like, look, like Adam Osidis did this to me. He shot down the town. And then he's just walking and he takes one step and then he just bursts into flames, and that's how he dies. And so that just goes to show that like the contract between Volmer and Geralt was like never met. And like, I don't know, it's just deep waters. You know that like the characters have history and it's wild. So I'm really excited for volume 4, but that'll be another time. In the meantime, I'm probably just gonna be reading a lot of Marvel comics. I'm trying to get well versed with X-Men because House of X just came out, and I want to know like the past, I want to know the future. Also like Thor, I'm going to be doing a lot of read and reviews on Thor, so if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. But yeah, if you're excited for more read and reviews or comic books or anything like that, just smash the like button, press subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.